The 4-note A sus4 flat 2 arpeggio I showed you in the previous lesson may be repurposed in a variety of cool and useful ways. And I think that's a worthwhile topic that I'd like to explore over the next few lessons. And we're going to start by just taking it down a half step chromatically, 1 fret. It's a familiar shape. You're going to move it down, and suddenly the notes are going to take on a completely different harmonic function according to the way our ears and brains perceive them. And I'll show you another little fingering variation that shows you a different kind of chord color. And to get the most bang for our buck, before we're done today, I'm also going to show you how to repurpose these 2 new arpeggios over their relative minor counterparts to get, a different kind of sound. So let's check it out. As a reference and quick review, the A sus4 flat 2 shapes we looked at last time were like this. Those are our 2 fretboard paths. We went 5, 6, 5, 7, up an octave, 7, 8, 7, 9, and then 10, 11, 10, 12. And then this other shape, remember we started on the A string, 12th fret? We went 12, 13, 12, 14, and then 12, 14, 14, 15, 15, 17, and then lay the ring finger flat bar across the top. You can do that same little pattern here. Remember we stopped on the pinky. Instead of going, you went. We had all the little shred cells, triplet alternate picking things. Well, now what we're going to do is take that same shape, just move it down 1 fret. So now we got. Okay, but we're keeping our tonal center A. So you notice I have an A bass note playing in the background behind some of what I'm playing here, and that's to change it. If I look at it in terms of chords, that's our A sus4 flat 2 chord, one of the chords I showed you last time. We just went, including the open A string there. So we had A major 7 flat 5 is what this becomes, okay? So before we had, that was, A was the root, B flat was the flat 9, D was the 4th, E was the 5th. Now we got G sharp is a major 7, A is the root. See, now our root note is our middle finger. And then we have C sharp, the major 3rd, and E flat, the flatted 5th. Also think of it as D sharp. So it's major 7 root, major 3rd, flat 5th. And that gives us a really spooky A major 7 flat 5 sound. Going back to the chords again, remember we had A sus4 flat 2 was this. That's pretty dissonant, right? Especially with that tritone down that low. Very kind of haunting sound, right? Now, even more haunting, if you take that same shape, here's one of the things I told you we were going to repurpose it. If we go to our relative minor key of A major, which is F sharp minor, you know how like the pentatonics work? You have A major pentatonic, it's the same as F sharp minor pentatonic. You have the same relationship between C major and A minor and between G major and E minor, okay? What we're going to do is take this arpeggio and chord shape and play it over an F sharp bass note. That's going to give us an even darker sounding, what's called an F sharp minor 6/9 sound. Instead of playing with an A root note, try it again. F sharp minor 6/9. So we're going to play the same note sequence. We're leading off the 9th each time, or the 2nd, which sounds pretty cool. And up here. So played over A again. Played over F sharp, we get F sharp minor 6/9. Darker sound. So you get 2 uses out of the same thing. And the variation I was going to tell you about is to just raise or naturalize the fifth. So instead of going, we're going to go, it's a little brighter sounding. This is kind of tamer. This is your regular A major 7. A major 7 flat 5 was A, C sharp, E flat, G sharp. Now A major 7 is this A, C sharp, E natural, G sharp. And now we're going to use the pinky because we have to reach up one more fret. So instead of going 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3 with our fingering, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 4 in each octave. A major 7 starting on G sharp. Now, and up here, we're going to go, instead of, notice the pinky is there at the 17th fret instead of the ring finger being at the 16th fret. And barring, we're going to go. Gives you a pretty A major 7 sound. Or now, if you play that over the relative minor, again, F sharp minor, just a bass note will do. Or it could be the F sharp minor chord, F sharp minor 7 chord. You're going to get a really cool, jazzy F sharp minor 9 sound. Kind of smoky sounding, right? Same thing up here. Yeah, that gives you this kind of chord sound. F sharp minor 9, you could play like this. And also, by comparison, the F sharp minor 6/9 chord I showed you earlier. That's F sharp here, 2nd fret, skip over the A string. There's D sharp, and A, C sharp, F sharp. I'm sorry, G sharp with the pinky. And then you go from F sharp minor 9, F sharp minor 6/9. E is your minor 7th of F sharp minor 9. And then D sharp is your minor 6. And as we did with the A sus4 flat 2 arpeggio shapes I showed you, you can play little 1 octave shred cells or even just a 5-note thing on this. Experiment with it. A good place to start is on the top 2 strings. Here's an example using alternate picked 16th notes. That's going to give you your F sharp minor 9 sound. And then if you go, that's giving you your F sharp minor 6/9 sound. That's a very cool thing to play. Just if you're jamming on, you're painting this like jazzy color over like what could be a hard rock or a metal type of setting. Resolve it with a nice sexy bend up to the F sharp root. So again, that's as I got ready for that bend. Rake into it. You could do that an octave lower. You could do it here. Here, not so much. This is kind of weird to go. But not everything's meant to be, you know. You're going to learn a lot of patterns, some of which are useful for certain things and not useful for other things. So you just do what Bruce Lee said. Absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, make it specifically your own. Okay? Here's another variation. We're going to use 16-note triplets. Now we're going to go. Or you can go. Or bend up to there. That sounds pretty cool over the F sharp root note. Or Whole step bend. Either one sounds cool. Sounds cool over A. Or over F sharp. Makes for a great alternate picking exercise. You're going down, up, down, up, down, up, kind of reversing polarity on each eighth note. And you can do the same thing starting on the lowest note. I would use an upstroke to begin this. End it like that. Or just end there, depending if your root note is F sharp, you're gonna get that nice, cool, jazzy ninth sound, or if it's A major 7, you're gonna get major 7, which is a sweet tone as well. So have fun with it, transpose it to all the other important guitar keys, move it up 3 frets, you'll have C major and A minor, or down 2 frets and you'll have G major and E minor. These are the important keys that you might want to check out.